Hello everyone. This is Carrie Beck with Family eBiz. A few minutes late because once again Facebook has changed the way everything looks, and I couldn't get the description in there, and I couldn't get the title in there. Anyway, finally found the right pages. But hey, I am glad you are here today. Today we're going to be talking about email sequences. Last week we talked about getting your emails opened. If you are joining us, just tell me. Join us, leave a comment, and let us know, do you send emails, and how often do you send emails out to your list? So you don't have to tell me how big your list is or anything like that, but how often do you send emails? For me, I send emails. I have two major lists, my homeschool list and my eBiz list. And I would say the homeschool list gets at least 3 to 5 emails a week. And so that's a lot. If I have a promotion, I'm going to send it a lot more often. But the Family eBiz one, that one we actually maybe don't do quite as many. So if you're joining us, leave a comment. Tell us if you send emails to a list and how often you send those emails. That would be great. And then we're going to go ahead and get started. Last week I talked about getting your emails open. I talked about the number one thing that people look for to open your emails, and it is not the subject line. The subject line is number 2. Number 1 is who it's from. Because if I get an email from my kids, I'm going to open it. And so if people like me, trust me, and know me, then they're going to open it. So they like it. The next thing that people do, and we go back and look at the video, it's going to tell you all about different subject lines. It's your subject line. What kind of subject line are you using to get people to open it? Now today we want to talk about our email sequences. What do we do to follow up with people? And I'm going to talk specifically about email sequences for lead magnets. So you offer a freebie, and then what kind of emails do you send afterwards? Let's just talk about, you might even leave a message, leave a comment, tell us how many emails a week you send, and then also, what kind of emails do you send to follow up after a lead magnet? What types of things do you send to them? And a lot of times if they are getting a freebie from you, they may have just found you for the first time. They don't know you from Adam. So you've got to do some things in your very first emails to build a relationship with them. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what I personally do when I have a lead magnet. The first thing I do is I send them the lead magnet. They cannot get the lead magnet off a web page or the thank you page. It has to come through email. And one reason I always send my lead magnet, now it may be a link somewhere in the email, but you know how you sign something up and then you land on a thank you page? That thank you page does not have the link to the freebie. That thank you page usually is a tripwire, and I'm not going to talk about tripwires, but that's generally what I will use. For them to get that freebie, they're going to have to go look in their email. And so hopefully it is something they want a lot, so they will go and find that. And so they go get it. And usually after that, within about 4 or 5 hours, my sequence will send them an email introducing me. Now, if they've already gotten an email from me introducing me, they don't get it again. Here's how I do it. So they enter the campaign. And so they've got email 1, whatever the freebie is, and then I don't put an email 2 with my introduction. I put a tag, and that tag sends out an email about me and my family or whatever I want to tell them. Why do I do it that way? The reason I do it that way is if I had to go in every freebie campaign and change my introduction, and I used to, it would drive me crazy and I could never keep up with it. So I have one email campaign that is my introduction. And it is triggered by a tag. That is how Aweber works. And I would assume that y'all's probably work similarly. And so it comes in, and so they get their freebie, and it says 4 hours later, tag them with the introduction. And then that will send the introductory email. Like I said, if they've already gotten it, they can't get it again. It's not going to send it over and over again just because of the way we're set up. Then the following day, 24 hours after they've gotten their first email, I send a, hey, did you get the link? Or I'm just checking on you. I want to make sure you got what you signed up for, or something real casual. And that email, I will tell you, gets more response than anything else because they feel like I am sending them a personal email saying, hey, did you get what you were looking for? Because most of them say, yes, I can't wait to use it. But I get a lot of responses from that second email. So first, we send them the freebie. And then on a separate campaign, we tag them to introduce myself and my family. And then the next day, they get a, did you get your link? Then we're going to another day. Now, I will tell you, for me personally, in this email sequence, I send them an email every day for a week because I don't want them to forget who I am. And it's things that they are interested in. Now, I also, when they are in this campaign, they are not getting any of my broadcasts. So when they are in this welcome campaign, let's say, they don't get any broadcasts. So what we want to do is, the first one is a quick tip on whatever your niche is. Send a short email with a quick tip. Then the next one, the following day is, excuse me, some pain point or some rant about whatever is going on in your niche. So we want to hit their pain point because we want to show them how we can make a transformation. Then let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. On day 5, that is when I offer a resource at a very big discount, a significant discount, and it's usually a 24 or 48 hour sale. I do use a timer on the web page. Not on the emails because that's just too hard. But I do have a timer so that once they land on that web page, it starts counting down 24 hours or 48 hours, depending on what I've set up. It's an easy yes, and it is a product that is going to answer the problem that I posed in email 4. And so we want that to be an easy yes. And I would say an inexpensive yes as well. And then the next day, especially if it's a 24-hour, I send them a reminder email. So those are some ideas of what I do. Anyone else have some ideas? Hey, Megan, 1 to 2 emails a week. That is awesome. Does anyone else have other ideas of what they send in their initial follow-up email sequence? I've got a few more things, what I want to do is tell you what the benefits of following my system that I just said, but I was just curious if anyone includes something else. Let me just review really quickly. So send the lead magnet, the freebie, and then tag them like 3 or 4 hours later, and they send automatically an introduction to who you are and your family. Then the next day they get, did you get this? I'm just checking with you. And then on day 3, they're going to get a quick tip on whatever your topic is. On day 4, we're going to hit the pain point, have sort of a rant about that. On day 5, we want to give them a resource that answers that pain point and show the transformation they can expect to see if they get this resource from that pain point, and you will help them transform and be in a better place. And then the last one on day 6, I believe, I don't have my numbers written down, just a reminder that the sale is over. Once that is over, I take them out of the sequence, and then they become sort of open to all my broadcast. So while they are in this sequence here, they should not be getting any broadcast from me. So let's say they get a freebie and I'm in the middle of promoting an event, or I'm in the middle of promoting a bundle. They will not get it until they've worked through all of this, because I don't want to bother them, and I don't want them getting 2 emails a day from me. And so I want them to work through this. So why is that? I believe this type of welcome sequence does several things. I already said we don't broadcast to them. Next, it builds relationships with them. It builds relationships. They get to know who you are. You know, I have a picture of my kids and my grandkids in that welcome, the introduction email. It tells a little bit about who I am and what I am in homeschool or in family business. It also offers good content. Not only do they get the freebie, they're getting a quick tip, a pain point with a few ideas, and then within 3, 4, 5 days, they are going to receive an offer with a significant discount. So those are some of the benefits that you can see from that. Now, I do think it's important that you reevaluate. For me right now, I have a welcome sequence like this in my homeschool, and I know there's a few things that I'm not real excited about the metrics when I look at that. So I'm in the process, hopefully this fall, to reevaluate. So just because you do it once, you just don't leave it forever. I would say once a quarter or twice a year, go back and reevaluate that email sequence, and is it doing what you want it to do? Let me see if there are any other comments. Okay. Any other thoughts about what to send? Those are just some ideas of what I do, and this is specifically email sequences for freebies. I do have email sequences when they buy a product, because I think we handle a customer a little differently than we do a freebie. Now, I will tell you, I will take any questions if you have them. I do want to make sure that you know tomorrow night I'm teaching my September masterclass. It is 7 ways to make more money with your blog, and there's a link in the description here. I think this is a way that you can extend your emails to be able to make money. There's other ways. I use email primarily, but there are some other things that you can do as well to use your blog to make money. I also think that, I had a thought, it sort of escaped me. Oh, I know what it was. Today I've been working on this class and sort of getting things together, and I started to look at some of the responses of people that have signed up. And overwhelmingly, hands down, we had people that were newbies. That doesn't mean I'm going to spend the whole class time talking about getting started. But I will tell you, I'm going to reevaluate, and I'm going to make one of those ways something that's specifically to getting started. And so I think that's important. So if you've been doing this for a while, you'll get plenty of ideas. You may even get some ideas off of getting started. I've had a lot of people ask me, how do I get started? How do I get started the right way? I'm afraid to get started because I'm afraid that no one will want to read anything that I write. There's a lot going on. So I will just tell you there's 2 things. I will be teaching this class tomorrow night. On Thursday or Friday, I am going to talk about 3 mindset issues that we have as far as growing our business, getting started with our business. And I'll be right here, back here on Facebook. So, any other comments, questions? No? All right, well, I just appreciate your time so much. Remember, email sequences, send your lead magnet, introduce yourself, make sure they got the link, give them a quick tip, hit their pain point and maybe a way they could help, and then offer a resource that would truly transform that pain point into something positive. And then finally, remind them that discount is coming up. And I also think it's really important that those, if you do run a flash sale for 24, 48 hours, you need to have a timer on there so people can see that it really disappears. For me, I use Countdown Dynamite because after 24 hours, it takes them away and back to the regular page, and they won't ever see that discount again. So I think you can't just say it's a 24-hour flash sale like I used to do about 2 or 3 years ago. I said, oh, flash sale, but they could really go back in a month or 2 and get it. So that's all I have to say. Thank y'all for spending time with me. I'm Carrie Beck with Family eBiz. Y'all have a great day.